So we'll pick back up the conversation here where we left off, discussing at Subic Bayview and how you have to have your water trucked in, and Ian was even commenting on internet. Or internet, yeah, didn't have. Now the one thing about in the Philippines today, this is covering you throughout any islands or anything else. You can get internet as long as you can get to the sky, because you can get Starlink everywhere, and it costs you $50 a month for Starlink, and $50 American, yeah, 2,700 pesos and $50 American, and you just buy the equipment, you put it into place, and you can run on that and do very well. So that's not quite as much concern. Water and electricity, some people are going with no electricity because they're going totally off grid with solar. So you can do that. Water is a risk, because if you're not going to do that, you either got to have it trucked in, or you'd have to rely on digging a well to get it. And that on the top of these hillsides, I don't know how far you'd have to drill in rock to get through to hit that when it went through. The other one was, so when it came up for sale, a woman wanted to sell it, but she had 2 lots, and she would only sell it if I bought both lots. And my immediate reaction is, well, that's way too much money. If I put all my money in the land, I won't have any money to build a house. And this went on for about a day or 2 or 3, and I'm going through, and all of a sudden the light bulb comes on to me. It was like, well, heck, everybody wants one of these 2 lots, because they're the only last 2 in Alta Vista that have this kind of magnificent sea view. So I'll just buy both, and then I'll take my chances on selling the other one when I get a chance to. Go ahead.
And that's about as soon as he ended. I guess you must have talked to Cindy and let her know.
We let Cindy that it was up for sale.
Yeah.
Right.
So then Cindy contacted me, because Cindy had been nice enough to drive us around and show us various lots that she had for sale. We didn't end up getting any of them for the reasons that you just mentioned. But she did let us know that you had a lot for sale, and conveyed all the details. Once I saw the view and the location, and we did various things, viewed it from satellite view and all the rest of it, as much as I could from Canada, and then we decided to come over and have a look at it. And, after that, it was a matter of
Now the funny thing,
checked all the boxes.
So there was one box that it didn't check when we were in here. So when we first bought these lots, when I first picked the lot, they were clean. Somebody sometime had put a whole pile of loose rocks onto the thing. And if I got an old video, I'll try and pull it out someplace of the rocks and all. And Ian was horrified by it. I was like, well, I'll have to pay a truck to haul them out or whatever it is.
Fairness,
yeah,
these weren't just loose rocks.
No, boulders. Yeah, we're not. Yeah. We're talking 6 foot by 6 foot cubed in size. I mean, yeah, they're not little rocks. They're huge boulders that were there. So yeah, you're right to point that out.
So when I first went to look at the lot, I said, well, the lot is great, but what am I going to do with all these humongous boulders?
So most of them were on the lot I'm currently on. And when Cindy said, which one do you want to sell? And I said he can pick either one he wants. I don't care. I said pick whichever one you want. And so that's how Ian wound up being like 4 foot lower than me on the other one, because the one I retained had good 90% of the rocks on it, or a good 80% of the rocks on it to go through. Now the comical part is when we started in doing the videos and started doing this and all, we found out that we didn't have enough rock, because we had to put it all back in, because this is on such a steep slope. The rock had to go in there to hold in the foundation. So the hilarious part is, the reason he didn't pick it was exactly why we had to have rock brought in. So it's almost funny.
Both Mark and I were looking at it from a North American standpoint.
Right.
If you had a lot and you saw 6 foot boulders completely surrounding or all over this lot, you'd be horrified.
And we're not talking 1 or 2. We're talking 50, 60 6-foot boulders in this thing. I mean, it was huge cover in there.
But as it turns out, here in the Philippines, it's a good thing to have all those rocks.
If you're building on a hill.
If you're building on a hill, because you've got to have all kinds of fill, and rock is a good thing to put in the fill. You don't want just sand in there.
And you see these other people building in rice fields and all this and all, and they all flood. Well, believe me, neither one of our houses is ever going to flood. I mean, the most thing that's going to happen is the water is going to go rushing past the window, but it's never going to flood up there where we're at. So,
well, if it does, it's the second coming of the Lord.
That's true, but there's a rainbow promise in there. I remember. I shouldn't make fun, but I might offend somebody. But again, the point is when you come with your Western mentality, check it at immigration, because that doesn't apply anymore. You need to think in terms of how you can be inventive in the Philippines. If you're going to pick low land in a rice field and go through and do that, don't be buying this land during dry season when you don't even see what it is. You got to come at the height of rainy season when you see 4 foot of water. And how do you handle this and do this? How do you cover and
build your house accordingly? If you got to build it up.
You can, yeah. I mean, you got to know I got to have brought enough fill in to do that. But it's engineering around it. So you can do it. But again, I just want to make sure and do this. And I thought if I gave a perspective of what I had to go through and build, and what happens is the other part is just FYI, I didn't make anything off of the sale on the land other than paying Cindy's commission, that was on top, and paying the taxes when I went through. I sold it for the same $12,000 that I paid for the lot. I don't want to give people the wrong impression, because today...
And I can verify that because he showed me the numbers.
Yeah, so again, I wasn't trying to make anything. I told Cindy, and I stressed with Cindy, the most important thing to me was to have a good neighbor, because I'm going to be living next to this guy for basically the rest of my life. So
you knew that part of it.
As long as we don't talk politics, that's okay.
Yes, we do not agree on politics.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is like I said, is again, there's this difference in perspective. I wanted to give you how I found the lot, because Ian came and didn't find the lot which was available at that time.
The one I was looking for.
Yeah. Now the deal is would he have had enough to cough up and pay for 2 lots at the time?
That
right?
would have discouraged me.
Yeah. And so for me, it discouraged me, except it took me day 1, I can't afford that. Day 2, geez, I can't afford that. I can't afford to just have a lot sitting there. And Cindy kept trying to convince me I should just have an Airbnb or something next door. It's like, no, I have to have cash so I can build a house. I got to have cash to build a house. I don't have unlimited funds, and I suspect most of you don't either. So, but when it third day finally occurred to me, like, heck, anybody's going to want this lot, because it's where it's at. It's it's unbeatable. So I go through. So again,
right. As soon as I saw it, I knew that was the lot for me. It was just a matter of a few details like the boulders, but we worked it all out. Everything worked out fine in the end.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're going to get on with the videos that we have, and we'll probably split this again between Ian's house and my house when we do this. So we'll do that again. Go through
because we'll tell us some more.
Yeah. So we'll have that in place. Thanks. Like these videos, please give me a like. And if you want to send comments are always welcome. I'll look for improvements and how I can make myself better. If you do subscribe, you'll be able to get next in line when the next video is coming back out again. had to hand draw it on a sheet of white paper. Yes, but I redrew it. I redrew it and I showed you where the drain's gotta go. No, it's wrong. It's gotta go here. Remember I drew it on a white sheet of paper. If you don't have it, I'll get another one. I'll go there and do it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. That drain's gonna move from that. Okay, okay. I just wanted to catch it because right now it's open. It's easy from down below to do it right now.
Now they work the sets be here now.
Right. Little half wall there, but this is now about 24 inches, and this is about 24 inches. So the drain now is about here,
Yes, inside.
and it needs to be here. Okay, so 12 inches, 12 inches.
You know the wall to wall is about 2 meters, but your it's only 150 and 4 feet only.
Yeah. So we need to. That's gonna be.
Oh. The header is this HB.
Okay.
The header is here.
Okay. Well, if you move it back this way, that's fine too. But the drain would still be out here. It's got to be because the faucet's coming right up here, so that's got to move that way. So that's got to be moved. So okay, I just want to make sure you still had the sheet of paper. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Bong is meeting us here on Wednesday, so we're gonna discuss all the. Yeah. I know he's coming later today too. Yeah. Yeah. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder why they originally put those as high as they are.
Well, that's a range hood.
Yeah,
That's right.
okay, that's true.
That one is probably to feed lights in the cabinet.
Okay.
You know, a lot of
So
lighting
basically,
cabinets.
we are dealing with only this. I'm gonna need something along here.
And that's what I was saying. You do whatever you want to do, but if you put in that box,
Yep.
and you can put in 1 meter.
Ship it out. Yeah.
So here,
We'll talk to Bong about this.
pull out 1 meter. You see how much you get. So you pull out 39 inches.
But I mean, if you chipped it out,
Well, yeah, you got 2 choices. You can do 2. You can do 1 from here, and then go over here and go this way. We'll go 2 meters. You know, you can get 2 1 meter strips.
Yeah.
1 meter is the maximum length.
but here. So
Okay.
basically no power here.
So the only thing I can think of here that I saw is you could come up maybe up there.
Put one there. That's the answer because the power's right there. Put it right here.
Okay, I was thinking in here, which would be tough.
No, here's perfect.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, put a kettle here, right?
Okay.
Plug it in there. Yeah, yeah. Because that's not going to get used for anything. As far as I know, that was just the
going to get
dishwasher.
used for the wiring, at least, for your multi-point. Your multi-point's gonna go there. But that's just wires. Remember, that's not a plug-in socket.
Right.
The kind we're using is wired.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming that because there was going to be a dishwasher on there, there's going to be.
Dishwasher's over here.
Oh, okay.
Dishwasher's over here. That's plugged for the dishwasher there.
Well, maybe
And,
we.
and see that square? See the size of that? See that size is rectangle.
Yeah.
And see that size right down there? That's what I'm talking about. Is a 67 socket.
Okay. So
And that's what I'm talking about putting here to put the plug strip over the top of.
okay.
Now you don't want a plug strip down there.
So I'm thinking put the multi-point on that one,
Sure.
and the other two off of here.
Sure.
Yeah. Because obviously that's got enough capacity if it was going to be for a dishwasher.
But the problem is the box is not a double gang box. It's only one socket.
Oh, that could be changed.
Chip it out and you put it in that kind of box.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
That's called I never saw them until I came here in the Philippines. I saw it. It's called a 67 type box.
Okay. What's that?
I think. See, this one is a 67 box.
Right.
It's a square, whereas that's a rectangle.
High capacity 220 basically. Yeah.
Correct. And if you look at it, it has a crow's foot. Okay, so they're starting to do for your AC up here.
Yeah.
But this looks like your other AC. Remember, we didn't have where it was placed?
Okay. Okay.
Which that might make good sense, because that way you have one going this way and one going that way.
Right.
Rather than, I was thinking on the same wall, but that makes a lot more sense.
Okay, so I've got a plug there. I'm trying to figure out how many plugs I've got here. Like
Most of your plugs are over here. But one of these is a cable, CATV.
yeah.
I don't know how many, whatever.
Okay. That's,
Tackle it one room at a time. The kitchen, I think you got a plan for how you can do it.
yeah.
If you're okay
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. It's really all we can do without doing a major refit.
Well, if he goes down that wall, all he's got to do is go down that wall.
Chip it out. Yeah. Good morning. I'll get out of your way. One master bedroom.
Okay, this is your AC up here.
Yep.
So you had a 1.5. I think it was up here.
That's right.
Or was this one a 2?
No,
I'll
no,
look on
there-
your sheet. I think this one's a 2.
you said there was 2.5, so it would make sense. One of these and one of the ones
2.5
downstairs.
were downstairs. They're on the ground floor. But I think the bedroom, said 30 amp there, which would be a
1.5.
2 horsepower.
2 horsepower. Okay.
And then whatever you want to do for this, I'm doing dehumidifier. You don't want to do a dehumidifier. You don't want to do a dehumidifier, you can do that. And to your point, the perfect way is not to order one.
Yeah, and have it drain just onto the garden or whatever, because it's basically distilled water that's coming out of there.
Yeah. Exactly right. The only thing you're going to have to remember is when somebody attaches the plumbing here, your hot is on the right, not on the left. I mean, my ex Kim in Florida, she's got a bedroom, she's got a bathroom upstairs that they wired it wrong. They put it on the other way. So in order to make it come out, so you can open the sink the right way, I flipped them around. The only thing it did was that it made the toilet runs on hot water.
Yeah, so the challenge of getting that up here would be, it's fine coming up through here, but getting it over that corner. Yeah, right. I don't know if they have a. I don't know if they have a winch that would be. And the minute.
Ron has one that's marble.
The problem I have with that is the minute we use his winch, he's delivering it, not Wilton. That's the problem I have with that. And if something goes wrong, it's basically then on me.
Gotcha. And this is the one you changed to put a split unit in here. This was only
No, this always had a split unit. That one did. Right.
Oh, well, I put it in that one, not this one. This is a smaller bedroom. That one with the window. So again, up to you, but you can do a 1 ton or 1 ton, like 1 horsepower.
But like we discussed, if we're going to go one, we might as well go 1.5 for the price difference between most. Yeah.
So the other thing that I decided to do with mine, we were talking about, my concern has always been the noise in the bedroom.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with that AV Surfer. I'm going to buy the Hisense, the 2.5.
Yep.
And I'm buying the 1.5 in the kitchen.
Okay.
So what I want to do is have them put in those 3. Then I'll turn on the 1.5 and I'll see how noisy it is. If it's quiet, then I'll use that one in my bedroom.
Yeah.
If it's noisy, then I'll go to the Samsung route.
See, this whole thing of the amount of sound that these things generate, it's got me confused because I have, in the apartment I'm currently in, I have what's known as a very cheap unit. But I can't imagine anything being any quieter than this thing.
For you, if you want to, Mong's friend sells that brand. That one that's in.
That definitely is something we need to discuss on.
So Wednesday, put that in your notes.
Yeah.
He says he's got a friend that does the Harrier or whatever.
And I love that. I mean, out of all the units I've had in the Philippines.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
He has the HARI.
Yeah.
R brand,
yeah.
Or that
Madeira.
And not the changed name that we're seeing.
Watch here, there's a lot to. I'd almost take the phone out of your hand for a second. And a very interesting corner here. Oh. Got some roof going here. Roof.
Oh yeah.
That is metal, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's your overhang there.
And there's your slant.
Yeah, very, very subtle, almost perfect for solar.
Well, it is perfect for solar because it's slanted to the west. You get about 4 hours because with the mountain there, we only get about 4 hours of sun in the morning.
Yeah, tilting it that way would make no sense at all. Right.
But tilting it this way, you got sun until 6 p.m.
Right.
So you get 5 hours minimum, 6 hours more like it. Now, the question would be, is if you're going to do the water tank, we're going to do it
Sit it right in there. Why not?
I would think I would do that.
Yeah.
I put it right up against this wall. Insulation.
Maybe even put a curtain around it.
That's where I want that insulation.
That is about the width of the average tank. Maybe a little bit short, but not much.
Now, your only bad thing is afternoon.
That's why I say put a curtain in front of it.
You
Yeah.
have to put something there. Yeah.
Possibly on this side will be the smarter. I mean, I know in the morning we're going to see more here,
Yeah.
but in the afternoon,
If
that's
you-
when the real heat is.
But just for decoration purposes,
True.
you would need a curtain up here so it
'Cause
doesn't
you-
look like
you
shit
don't wanna
with
see
a
it.
tank.
From the road, yeah.
Nice job. Yep.
Boy. Oh, all of a sudden I'm sneezing up a storm. So, yep.
That's just about perfect for the, like I said, that's just perfect for the solar. So what do you got here? You got 5 foot,
Should be
5 foot.
14 feet. The roof should be 14 feet wide.
Okay, but I can't say you can get more than 2 panels unless you turn one horizontal. But from here,
Well, the other thing is,
one panel here,
Mark,
one
you can go a foot off the end. There's no reason. No reason.
fiberglass with a solar panel?
Yeah.
For light. It'll be flipping in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, put some sort of frame on it or something, or
I do more. So let's just count. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8,
okay, so that's 16.
16. And if you put, what were you doing? 22?
22.
24.
Well,
We did 24. He was 22.
Okay,
You did
all right.
24.
Okay.
On the.
If I can't find room up here, we
Right.
got tons of room there.
So I think you could go maybe 9. That'd be 18. And if it's broad enough, you can go this way, lay one horizontal.
Yeah.
I think it's got enough. It'd be jam packed, but I think you can get them all on.
You know,
That area. But
that height is not too bad. Also, just a small step ladder
Yeah.
and a long squeegee would be able to get it all.
we'll go up on that side, hose it this way.
Yep.
Perfect.
So that was the other thing I wanted to talk to Bong about. Instead of putting a shower there, just put a tap. I mean, that's got to save him some money.
Yeah.
All I want is something I can attach a hose to.
Yep. Well, you could do a shower with a faucet type thing too.
Right.
You just want to let it dump on the floor.
Right.
I mean, you can keep it a shower if you needed to.
Is there a drain in here? There's got to be a
Yeah,
drain.
it's right there. It's underneath all that shit.
It is, okay.
I saw it. There it is, right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shower drain there.
Okay.
What you don't have here is hot water unless you put a multi-one up here.
I don't want hot water. I don't think I need it. If I need it, I can always put one on. It's not, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's plug it in and
Right. I just don't foresee needing it.
what you don't have here, if you're going to do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to point out. I'm not trying to pick. I'm just trying to.
There's
point
gonna
out
have to
things
be
we're
a
missing.
light in here at some
It's
point.
right here. It's
Oh,
right
okay.
Right, it's
Okay.
right.
That's really all you need power. I wouldn't mind one receptacle on one of these walls somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. If you want.
Ah, you mean right here?
There you go.
Yeah.
Just chip it through the back of the
Actually, and there too, so I'm
wall.
good.
So just chip it through the back of the wall.
Yep. But I mean, as far as that goes, if I ever wanted to use a power washer or something, I can plug it in. Here comes some more roofing material, I think.
The electric's on that side, not on this side. There's nothing on this side.
That's okay.
It's okay. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out.
Right. Right.
You can work around it easy.
Oh, you know, the other day you were saying how difficult it is to cut into these?
Yes.
It actually wouldn't be that difficult because you know where the rebar is.
Well, kind of maybe.
Right? I mean, if you were to drill it here, you're safe.
Up here, it's loaded full.
I get that.
That outside 12 inches is.
But here,
Yeah.
if you were to pick a spot right
Yeah.
here, you're almost guaranteed that you're not going to hit a rebar.
Well, if you do, you go slightly up or slightly
That's
down.
right. Sideways.
Okay.
All righty.
All that good.
I think that's it.